Good afternoon. I'm Charles Rooney from the BBC, and I'm here today to talk about the Basque region in Spain. There's been a very heated devolution process going on here along the French-Spanish border, and the ETA has been right in the middle of it. Alongside with me is Enrique Valdez. It is great to be with you, Mr. Valdez.
Good to be with you too, Charles, and I'm happy to answer some questions.
So, first off, what is the ETA, and what is your position in the ETA?
Well, the ETA is a breakoff of the Basque Nationalist Party, which was founded in 1894, and though illegally, it was able to survive under the fascist regime of Francisco Franco. My origin in the ETA is that I was a high-ranking official since I was 20 years old. Now that the ETA is gone, I still believe in Basque independence, although there is not a large-scale group to oppose it.
How has the Basque conflict affected your life directly?
Well, since I was young, I always believed in Basque independence, and it shouldn't have to follow the Spanish regulations. I believe this because we deserve independence. Spanish government officials don't support us, and they say that Spain should still have control of the Basque region, even though most of the Basque region wants to leave. This is why I have dedicated my life to ensure the freedom of the Basque region.
Mr. Valdez, why did the ETA use violence to protest instead of peaceful protest?
We were formed as a protest against what we considered to be a passive attitude on the part of the moderate nationalists and against the Franco dictatorship. We wouldn't have been noticed if we used peaceful protest. Our main purpose was to create an independent state.
Mr. Valdez, what part of Spain was this devolution process happening in? And for those who do not know.
This devolution process was occurring in northern Spain along the French border.
And how long has this Basque conflict been going on for?
The Basque conflict has recently just ended, but it started back in 1958 and it had just recently ended in 2011.
Enrique, what specific countries have named the ETA a terrorist organization?
We have been named a terrorist organization by Spain, Britain, France, and the United States.
After saying that, how violent actually is the ETA?
There have been 846 people that have died because of us. Also, there have been 5 people listed as missing, which we were responsible for. There have also been 76 people that we have kidnapped. More importantly, as you know, the government's main target have been the ETA's political figures. There have been 505 political prisoners imprisoned by the Spanish government. And there have also been 49 members of our own group that have been killed by our own actions. So yes, we are in fact very violent.
Wow. How is the Basque conflict an example of devolution?
The devolution is occurring in the Basque conflict because we as the ETA were trying to revert back to independence. This is a step back in history. We wanted independence from Spain, which was an earlier stage of development. Even though we were stopped from breaking off from Spain and France, many of the Basque citizens still want independence. We as the ETA were not only a terrorist group that used intense violence to get our points across, but we actually had the same feelings as most of the people living in the region. Though we as the ETA were stopped, the feelings from the citizens on independence have not changed. They still believe that devolution and new independence should begin.
And is devolution still happening in the Basque region, even though the ETA was stopped and broken up in 2011?
As I said earlier, yes. In fact, devolution is still occurring today. It is not in a violent way like it has been in the past. Even though the devolution groups have left, the feelings of the people have not left them. These citizens still have the same feelings, even though there is presently not a group that shows the interest of breaking off from the Basque region, which in my opinion is a shame.
Well, Mr. Valdez, that's all the questions for today. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to talk to the BBC.
No problem.
Until next time, Charles Rooney.